Welcome. I'm Brian Kopak, President of iOS. In a second, we're going to get started with a tour of our Indianapolis facility, one of 5 document conversion facilities where we convert about 5 million images a month. Don't be alarmed by all our security. I guarantee you'll be safe throughout the process. I see you've signed the entrance agreement, so I think we can go ahead and get started.
Hi, my name is John Trimble and I'm Vice President of iOS Sales.
I'm Angela Childs, Vice President Professional Services.
So we're going to give you guys a tour. Don't touch anything.
Hey, why are we in black and white now?
Security.
So security is something that we take very seriously. So we have a closed Cisco VPN, no outside access. I'm not in this building. I'm not getting to any of my stuff. We have boot passwords on our laptops, like a 20-character sequence that you have to enter just to get your PC to boot up. If a workstation's idle, it immediately locks. The reason all those pieces are in place is that any regulations that our clients operate under, then we have to operate under too.
Security really operates on 2 levels. One is physical security and the other is data security, and we address both. About 5 years ago, we adopted a quality system based on FDA 21 CFR Part 820. I know that's a mouthful, but that allows us to be a Tier 1 FDA supplier. Having said that, not all of our clients by any stretch are FDA. We have FAA, we have all forms of compliance, medical records, on and on and on. But what we say is, if you know somebody who's had a hip replacement or a knee replacement, or has ever flown in a commercial aircraft, or have requested a student transcript, we play into that, and that's how we perform our quality. Quality is a noun and a verb. So it starts as a noun for us because this is our written quality system. The tricky part is when it becomes a verb, a process. And that's what we have to fulfill each and every day. One of the things that unnerves clients is when we pick up the boxes and their precious boxes are leaving, and we understand all fears. But we have a very specific process for that, and we call it our chain of custody. It actually begins literally when the driver shows up in an iOS vehicle, he is iOS identified, and we create a manifest showing every single box that we pick up. Both parties sign it, and that begins the transmittal form, which allows us to ingest the records, and we can at that point track every single box, every single piece of paper through our entire system. We also have that process when it's time to shred or return the documents. It is very secure. So this is Emily Donnelly, Director of Conversion Services for iOS for all our 5 facilities. She's going to love this. I'm going to ask her to talk about Job Tracker just for a second.
Really, Job Tracker, our proprietary system. I'm going to spill secrets on this. Job Tracker is our internal production software tracking system. As soon as the boxes come in, as soon as any of the media from the customer comes in, we log it in here, so we track it right out of the gate. Part of this is our time tracker, so software where our employees will log into a particular job, into a particular step within that job. We always know who's working on it. We know where the boxes are in the flow. We know how we're progressing with our due dates. And the most critical part to me is that all of our work instructions are kept here in each job, specific to the requirements of that particular job. So the work instructions are always electronic so that they're always kept up to date. Nobody's looking at old instructions, they're always looking at the same instructions.
Clients ask us what type of scanners we use, and we do use a variety, but we're also starting to really like the Canon G1130. It's a very good mid-production scanner. It's rated at 130 images or pages a minute and 30,000 pages a day. But it will also recognize color automatically and flip to color and then back to bitonal or regular black and white. It's a really good scanner.
So every project that we start, we like to start out with an acceptance delivery. So the first box is run through the production process and then we deliver it to the client, review it with them. We want to make sure that what they're getting back is what they thought they were going to get back and that they're happy with it and that we're ready to proceed.
It is surprising how often a client, after a lot of discussion, looks at the actual index values and says, I know this is what I said I wanted, I don't really want this. And at that point, as Angela's saying, we've done one box. So we don't have mismatched expectation. We can make that change based on what they really want.
One of the things that we pride ourselves on, that we really work at, is being agile. So we want to be responsive to customer needs.
Speaking of that, once a change is requested, we have to do a written change order. Again, a requirement of our quality system.
Once accepted, then that becomes part of the complete work instructions that then guide all the steps of production. So what happens if we pick up all of a client's boxes and files and they need something?
It is Murphy's Law. And what happens is a client's not needed something for 5 years, 10 years. We have it for 30 minutes and all of a sudden they need it. So we have a methodology to where we can get that to them very, very quickly. We look at these scanners. They look like scanners, but in this context, they're actually delivery trucks.
Yes, just like with our record center, we're not going to deliver a physical file back to you or a box in our style. We're going to scan it for you, put it up on a web portal so you can get it right from your desktop. Anytime, anywhere, all of your information at your fingertips.
It is certified. It's SASE 16 certified. It's very safe. It's very fast. A typical retrieval is under 4 hours. We call that My iOS, and it works very well.
I think we're back in color now.
Are we good looking yet?
Thanks for coming. That concludes our tour. Hopefully with what we were able to share, our professionalism and our expertise came through. We take what we do very seriously, and we've been doing it for a long time, and we think we're pretty good at it. If there's more information that you need, we'd be happy to share that with you, as long as the cameras are off.